Hey everyone, Aeon here, welcome to the stream. How are we all doing? I hope we're all having a great day. We are hopping right into the hardcore world. So we left off doing the storage room, which took a ridiculously long time to do. And we have everything sorted out, we have everything organized, so now it's pretty much just, we need to do the other half. Now the other half is going to be a sugarcane farm, so we do have to dig this side out. I don't remember how far back I did it, so it's kinda gonna be like, well, we're gonna figure it out as we go. I think I know how far back I did it though, so it should be fine. Um, Overall, we pretty much just need observers and pistons, I think. At least that should be fine, hypothetically speaking. So we'll see how that goes. But to finish it all off and get sufficient lighting, um, we're going to need to go out and actually get, um, okay, this needs to go back by at least 2, because I'm thinking about how it's gonna have to be, you need the wall, you need the sugarcane, you need the water, and then you need another wall. So I think 4 bats should be okay enough for this. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know, we'll find out. And then what I do kind of want to do is we're going to extend this out a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean we're just going to push out this hallway area. Because, that's too far. Because for one, we are next to the sheep, and I do want to be able to have access to the sheep. I also want to have access to the iron golem farm, but to do that, because we're going to be digging in the spawn radius for everything, we are going to have to keep that in mind as we're going. My voice is giving out. Holy crap. So we have to take into consideration that we might break the farm, which I don't think we will, but there is a chance. So also I haven't played in this world in literal ages, so, well, not really ages, it's since the last stream, which really wasn't that long ago. Like, it's been a few days, maybe a week. I'm really bad at time though, so that probably doesn't help anything. Okay. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure the way that we did it is that it's kind of in line with this part right here. Which means we're gonna need to do a hallway to at least get it to the chest area. Because we don't really need to go under the iron golem farm, I just need to be able to get access to the chest while I'm down there, which isn't too bad. And then this I might be able to get to sort into its own chests, and then do it like that. Also, I do need to bring the mangrove roots back over here so I can finish covering up this area, and then I'll put in lanterns so there's lighting. But pretty much the goal for today is gonna be to, I guess, for one, finish the walls down here, because I don't think they're all done. Or the ceiling. We need to do the ceiling, which is literally just going to be me filling in this layer and then adding slabs to the top of that. And then it's fine. Like, nothing special needs to happen there. And then we're going to go out and try to get sea lanterns. I don't know how that's going to go, to be honest, because for one, guardians, but for two, if I go and find only the drown things, that's gonna take forever, like literal ages. And I have time, but I don't have that much time, to be honest, so we'll see. I do know there's some kind of near us-ish, but we may have to go and take time to just go to sea temples, which I dread, honestly, because I'm not really good with guardians and, like, dealing with them, so that might not end too well for me. But overall, it should be pretty overall fine, I guess. Hypothetically. Now, I do want all of these to be bricks, because I really don't need them to change the texture too much. I would say, oh, let's just push it back out by one, but then it's gonna look really dumb on the outside, and I'm like, doesn't really matter that much, and to me it doesn't. I don't know about anybody else. Also, I do need to fill in that there. So let's go get some dirt, which we have a lot of, unfortunately. I was gonna say, what chest did I put it in? This one. We'll just do some normal, standard dirt. Nothing too special there. And then, I don't really know how many slabs we're gonna need, so we're gonna start with 30. We'll see where that takes us to, and I can make more if needed. Because I think we're definitely going to need more, just by how this is looking, but I suppose we shall see. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna need at least, I'd say 28 more, so we'll go with that, see if we need a few more, and go from there. Because it shouldn't be too bad, to be honest. Like, it should be generally fine. I still hate how slow it is to break. Okay, we need less than 28, but that's fine. I hate how long it takes to break deep slate. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. But it's fine. Okay, so sea lanterns. I'm gonna actually grab Silk Touch for this, which I only have on a hoe, but it's fine. Does the same thing for the most part. And then I'm gonna take some wood with us just to be safe. Kind of. Do I have... I'll say I have water breathing potions, so I'll take those with us just in case. Now I don't like have a lot of rockets with me in general, and I don't have a lot of gunpowder, so we're gonna take a decent amount, and we can see where that takes us, because it's probably not gonna take us too far, but it'll be better than nothing, so honestly, I'm gonna take this with us as well, just to be on the safe side, because you never know what you're gonna need. And I'm gonna get paper from the sugar cane. Okay. And also, I kind of want to set up the farm just for the sake of, not having this going along the entire front part of the house, because, like, it doesn't look the greatest, to be honest. Like, it's fine, but it could look better. Also, I'm taking this boat with me, just to be, like, kind of on the safe side for the most part. Because who knows what we're gonna need when. And if we run out of rockets, I'm not going to be swimming the entire way back. I refuse. That is too much effort for, like, no reason. Now, I do know that I need at least 8 sea lanterns just for the farm alone. Which... wrong button. Which is fine, to be honest. Like, I don't really mind that too much. But it is still, like, a considerable, amount that we need. Which is not going to be easy to get, unfortunately, because why would it be easy? Do I see any more light down there? Not really, so I'm gonna say that there's no more sea lanterns in this area, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's fine. Like, I don't care. Is this the same map that... Is it the same map? Because I know there's the one buried treasure that we found, like, kind of on the shoreline. But I don't remember if this is, like, necessarily the same one or not, so I guess we can go look and see. Oh, that's a pufferfish. Head first into a pufferfish. Let's go. I think that's the first time I've done that, to be honest, which is insane, but I will. I feel like it is the same map from the first, stream. Like, it genuinely seems like it is. Which is, you know, kind of to be expected, because we did find it, like, right next to where it was, but a little bit annoying at the same time, to be honest. Also, I can kind of tell it's, like, basically in the same area just because, like, it is hanging out there. So, yeah. Also, I kind of needed to get on land anyway because, you need to jump to be able to fly. Now, I probably should have brought a bed with us, but who cares? It's fine. We don't need one of those, that would be crazy. We'll probably find a village somewhere that we can use. So, in general, what I am looking for is kind of the drowned towers. Like, those are my preferred methods to getting sea lanterns, because you get a few of them, and it's not, like, absolutely horrible to do, or to deal with, but, of course, you don't get a lot of sea lanterns from them, and you also don't get, like, the crystals that you would need for them either. Okay, okay, calm down. But, like, I need the lanterns themselves, and you can't really do much about that, to be honest. We got some coal. Is this a new map, or the same map that we've been getting? This is a new map. Okay. We can go follow that, sure. It should be right over here, I think, so. It's not too far away, which is definitely great. I think I'll gladly take that. I believe this is north. I guess I should probably look. South. Nope. This is north. Okay. Like, yeah, something's not gonna be adding up here. It's fine. It's fine. It's over in this direction. I don't know if I've found this one specifically, so it should be interesting. Hopefully it's a different one, but at the same time, like, there's no guarantee that it is a different one. But it's not set up on the same map. Well, I also don't remember how many buried treasures I've found, to be fair, so it genuinely could be, like, the same one as one of the other ones that I've found. But I just happen to be mildly oblivious. So I don't know, but it looks like I've not been in this area before. So I was gonna say I better into the water, and it's like, I pulled that a little bit too close to the edge for my liking. But it's fine. It works. So, it's over here. Like, kind of down in this area. So what I'm gonna do is actually swim down here. See if there's any, like, giveaways of, oh hey, it might be buried here. Which, I'm not seeing any, so it should be surface thing, hopefully. I guess I could check the other side to, like, confirm that, but in general, it should be, like, kind of reasonably found over here-ish. I'm, like, not really willing to, mine through all of this to find nothing, so I'm gonna be a little bit more willing to do it this way. But also my thing is, like, if we don't find it, like, decently fast, I'm not gonna spend an insane amount of time looking for it either. Like, if it's not over here, it's not over here, and it really shouldn't be. Like, I don't know, I feel like buried treasure should not be found in stone if it's, like, actually a buried treasure. Like, that just feels objectively wrong in my books. But, I don't know. It's something. It's also getting dark, so I don't really want to spend too much time out here. Granted, the water is not much better, but I think I'd rather be in the water than be on the land. That kind of proves my point, to be honest with you. Because, like, the water doesn't lead to creepers coming up behind you and exploding. Why do you have a shovel, bud? Okay, so I just don't have the patience to dig for this. Because in general, center of it's right here, and we've yet to see it, so I don't know, on that scale of things, not really expecting to find it. Like, obviously finding it would be nice, but I'm not really... Oh, we found it. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm not really expecting to find it. Well, we found it anyway. Alright, we don't really need the iron sword, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Kinda wish we got some prismarine from that, to be honest. I threw the shovel. Did not mean to throw the shovel. Why are y'all, like, fully kitted up? This is a bit ridiculous. Okay, I don't need any of the sand right now, so I'm not really gonna hold on to it all that much. It's a baby zombie. Bro, I just saw that zombie spawn into. Y'all need to calm down. That is all I'm asking of you. Just calm down. There's no reason for all of you to be here. Okay, so we have to go continue on our search for sea lanterns, which shouldn't be too bad. I know that I've seen a lot of ocean monuments in general. The only thing that's gonna be like super annoying, I think, is actually, what is the thing that I saw right here? I thought I did see a thing. Okay. I was gonna say, something's not adding up here. I was gonna say, I'm hearing y'all, and seeing y'all is also kind of important in my books, so can y'all show yourselves? And they can, look at that. So it's just a bunch of wheat and another map. You know, curiosity killed the cat. Let's go check this one out. 'Cause I'm curious and kind of willing, so it's fine. We'll see what happens, it's okay. So in general, I'll probably do the same check that I did with the other area, but it does seem to be kind of not on a body of land directly. So if there's anything out of place, probably something I would look for here. But overall, I'm not seeing like anything too special. I probably should have brought a door with me, that would have been a good idea. We can always go back over to our house and get the door. Or a door, I guess. So it's even, like, I'm not perfectly centered on it. But yeah, overall nothing, like, too much is standing out and blaring at me like, oh hey, it's right here. kind of just all pretty much flat land and pretty much not giving me any hints as to where a buried treasure might be. Which I'm not really in the mood to be finding one that's underwater, like, totally. So what I might do is just be like, okay, we can come back to this when we have either a door or Aqua Affinity or whatever. I think yeah, it's Aqua Affinity. Because then we can, like, dig underground faster. And then it's, like, more reasonable to deal with, you know? So, I think that's kind of what I'll do in that regard. But, yeah. This is a very slow flight back to the house. But at least we get to see it, and it's loading in glory, which is always fun. But yeah, I do want a door, because water breathing without using the water breathing potions is something that I kind of prefer. So we're gonna time this so I don't hit the ground, preferably. Because hitting the ground is not my most favorite thing in the world. Especially because with my luck, I will probably glitch it out, so. And it'll think, oh, you fell from like 500 feet in the sky. And I'm like, no, I really didn't. Don't think I've ever closed a door that way, but okay, cool. Door. We have one door. You know, it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah. Let us go. We're gonna go find a sea temple now. I believe there's actually quite a few out in that direction, so... You know, let's just... We'll pick a new direction to go in, and by new, I mean we kinda gone in this direction, but not really. So it's kinda like a new experience, but at the same time it's really not a new experience. Sort of situation there. So I guess we'll see what we see. There is a shipwreck, which I feel like I've found before. Also, I guess we could look for a trial chamber. Because I don't think I've found one yet in this world, which is surprising, to say the least, because usually I find like 50 of them. But, yeah. Not that I'm complaining, because I really don't want to find one overall, because not really bucket list item sometimes. Like, we're gonna need one, because we're gonna need a mace at some point, but we don't need one right now. So we're not gonna get one right now. Pretty much is how that's gonna go. Is that... It is a drowned thing. Again, literally just going into these specifically for... Where are they sitting at? There's one down there, which is fine by me. Don't mind that one too much. I don't know, I like sea lanterns in general, so I'm not too opposed to hunting these down for forever, but... it does take quite a long time. Why are there so many of you guys? This is like a whole pack of drowns, which is a little bit insane. They're like a little mob, which is insane. Okay, there's some of them. That should be most, if not all of them. Okay, it is just most of them, but it's fine. Not fine. Never mind. Very much not fine. say this genuinely sucks. Hey, buddy. Please rid yourself of your existence. I will take some of this, but I also don't need all of it. Yeah, I would rather take that over some of the other stuff I've gotten, so fine with that. Apparently if you close the door in their face, they forget you exist. That is what I have learned from this experience. And I really don't think that's how that's supposed to work, but I'm not complaining, to be honest. Okay, so there is a sea temple out there. What is the best way to get back on land? I guess we'll just do Sand Tower. Sand makes the most sense to me, at least. So we're gonna play a fun game called I'm gonna go over here, and it's probably gonna kill me. Okay? Because why would this be nice to me, you know? Okay, yeah, no, it's gonna kill me. That is guaranteed. So, I have a question. Does this one have less around it? This one is different. Yeah, this isn't a sea temple. Okay, that is a child drowned, which is, like, debatably more annoying than the adult versions. Okay. I would say there are more floating around, but I don't really care. Because what I do need in general is just the sea lanterns. Which brings darkness, but it's fine. As long as it gets picked up, I don't really care. That's just my thing though, I think. Now, I don't know how much damage one thing would do to me. So I'm kind of curious to see what's the worst that could happen. But also, playing with fire is a very dumb decision. And yeah, I just I don't know. Did I come into this one? I didn't. That's surprising. Okay. As I have a better chance of getting to the door. What is this one? So those are two different maps. Fascinating. Yeah, there are a lot of, there are a lot of things. Paper, I think. There's a lot of coal in these chests here. I think that's what I kind of wanted to say, and then it just left my brain in 5 seconds. That's to mark that I made it to that one. I am curious though, because how much damage does one singular Guardian do? Can I single one of them out, perchance? Is that an option we have here? Because I am kind of curious, to be honest. Like, okay, so one deals 2 hearts. Yeah. So each of them deal 2 hearts. So that's not horrible, to be honest. And if I block off this top part, which is where the main thing is, then it should be fine. But I'm not really a fan of the amount of damage that they deal. Like, obviously once you get inside, it's not too bad, but like, still not the biggest fan in the world. Because that is, like, a lot of damage. And I do have, like, kind of decent enchants too, which kind of makes it a bit more, like, yeah, I don't really want to deal with that, to be honest. So I think I'm okay with just flying around and trying to find either the crystals themselves or other things. Because I think that might be a little bit more beneficial. So this is near where this treasure is. This treasure's in the middle of the water, which, again, I'm really not a fan of. Like, in general, I will tolerate this, but I'm not a fan of it. Also, not really a fan of the amount of drowns hanging around here, so I think what I'm gonna do is just, you know, we're gonna call that a day. Which direction do I need to go in for this? Not that one. Should be this one, I believe. We're gonna go back to where we belong, which is under base, because we did get a few lights. We didn't get a lot of them, but I'm not feeling confident enough to deal with the, guardians and whatnot, so I really kind of don't want to be honest. So, yeah. And that's kind of my situation there. Because, like, it's not horrible to deal with them, but I still would rather not deal with them if I have the choice to, you know? So that's kind of just how I'm feeling about that. Because I also feel like I'd rather get through a woodland mansion before I would want to touch, anything to do with Sea Guardians, because then... Because, like, I don't know. It's complicated, that's my answer. So I think what I'll do is we can start by putting glowstone in for now. And then as time goes on, we can slowly start to switch out for the sea lanterns. Because eventually we'll get a lot more of them, so it's not that big of a deal. But for now, it's like, we really don't have enough to be doing this. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, just for, you know, safety reasons as well. Because, like, you see, I could do this, but, like, it's gonna kill me. And I'm not here for that, to be honest. So I don't think that's kind of just how I feel about the whole thing in general. Which, unfortunate, yes, but, safety is kind of the concern here, you know? that's kind of just my thoughts on all of that stuff. For now, at least. It'll probably change in the future. Okay, let's just get all this stuff put away. Because it needs to go somewhere. Okay, and then this all just... Hello, please go. Okay. That'll go like that. We have armor trims, which are in a different thing, and then we have Heart of the Sea, which is in a different thing as well. I guess I could probably set up, like, if I wanted to deal with it, I could probably go set up a thing for those. Have I got any more Hearts of the Sea, or is it just the one that I have here? 'Cause I don't think I've gotten more. I have gotten more, and we do have a few prismarine crystals. Okay, noted. So how many would this make? Because I believe they're just... well, that's great. I don't know the recipe for things. Sea lanterns. Okay, we need... We're not making them. Cool. Noted. Not doing that. Cool. We will get them from various activities, because I'm not dealing with it. I refuse. I'm gonna throw the maps in here, because I don't really care. And then the books are in there, and then food is here. Great amounts of food right here, everybody. Look at that. All the food. And then the iron sword gear in here, because that's just, in general, kind of where it belongs. The boat here and here, it's technically a tool. It's functional, so... works for me, at least. Do I have a spot to put... I don't think I have a spot to put Tarkuk. Okay. Anywho... let's go on and... work on this, so... this all is going to be replaced and made into dirt. Because... yes. All I got there. Because this is where the sugarcane are going. I need more dirt. Actually, where's the center point of this? Sorry, the center point's like right about here. Okay, that makes me think I didn't do something correctly, but it's fine. Because I did do this correctly, which means I just didn't center it very well when I made it in the other world. Because for some reason, I feel like I made it come into one, which means that I just didn't care about it being that centered and was like, well, it only needs 4 on both sides, right? I think that might have been how I did it. Because then it's just like, there's that box, and there's that one, and then it's 4, but I kind of like the 5 better. The 5 just looks a little bit better, so we're gonna do about it this way, I guess. Okay. And then that's where the wall goes. Is it? Brain is like... brain is hearing sounds that are not happening, and I don't get it, but it's fine. Okay, we need sugarcane, and we need water, which requires buckets, which we have somewhere. It's like, we have buckets somewhere, I do know this for a fact. And then the water comes down here. Yeah, no, something isn't adding up, okay. Because I have it so this is centered. Which I do know for a fact. So the math isn't mathing. because it's coming to a point that's... Let's clear like that for now. It's going to a point where it's centered, which means... I don't know what I did. I really don't know what I did. Okay, honestly, I can extend this out by one more, it's fine. It doesn't have to be, like, perfectly accurate, it just has to lead into one singular point, and then it's fine. Because I also don't really care that you can't see the start of that water, because it doesn't really affect how it works or how it looks that much. You just gotta look okay. That is the goal here. As long as it looks kind of okay, I'm fine with it. And then I'm just gonna turn this into bricks. And fill in this side. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is come up here and we're gonna cut down the sugarcane. And we'll get it growing inside while I work on the... I don't really feel like hitting the turtles, to be honest. Okay, we're gonna go work on the observers and such. My brain is totally giving me words today, obviously. It's doing something, that's for sure. Okay. So... this is how that needs to go. And then this... goes like this. And then that's fine, because just... this bit doesn't matter that much. This bit... needs to come out. And we're gonna run redstone across the back of there. This is gonna require brain power that I don't have. How many observers do I need, actually? 5, 10. And we need 10. I believe we need another quartz, so let's make 5 for now. And then we need pistons. Which is iron and planks. Okay, there's that. And then... I don't remember how to place these, and I go outwards, but I feel like it's like this. Which means this whole thing is just gonna come out for the time being. Hey look, I'm right. So it has to turn out like that. Then... I'm just gonna throw granite back here. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because I want it to trigger both sides at the same time. Because it doesn't really bother me if I hear it working. Because the goal is to make it so it works. As long as I know it's working, I don't really mind if it goes off all at the same time or if it does one side or the other. I just need it to work. And that is the only thing that I need it to do. So, yeah. And then, hypothetically, we're gonna test it out, because I can. Hmm. I did it backwards. Hehe. Great times. I have a brain, totally. So it should go like this, and like this. And then I come up here because, yeah. So as long as the state updates, it doesn't really matter. It's literally just... There we go, because the redstone needs to go into that part. That is the problem. That's not placed correctly. That is also the problem here. I lost one of them. That's great. I need that. Thank you. So it should be like that. And then I'm just gonna fill in this top part because I don't need things spawning back here. That's a bit unnecessary, so there's that. All of that's growing. It comes into a center point, so as long as this triggers, which it does, we're good. Okay. And then it'll go into the water stream once I, make it so it does not end up on the wrong bit. Okay, there's that. This needs to have a chest with a piston going into it, or with a hopper going into it. So we do need more wood for that. Okay. There's that all. Here goes chest, hopper. Hello. Nope. Chest, hopper. Hopper goes into chest. I'm just gonna use these two because I need to have a respectable amount of wood, please. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna fill in this whole back down here. Because, like, it doesn't look horrible, but it could look better, you know? That's kind of my thing. Like, nobody's gonna see this, but I know it's there. And therefore, fixing it kind of is important to me. So, there's all of that, then. No, I don't really mind if it's not, like, perfectly lined up, to be honest. It just needs to go into the one part. So that should grow on its own time. And then I'm gonna actually throw some of the sea lanterns up into there. Just so it has a decent amount of light. We're gonna start with 2 for now. So as long as it has some light, it should be working. And then I want to frame it in more of the stone bricks. So we can do this. Alrighty. There's that. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do stairs for it? That's my thing, because I'm going to be replacing this whole ceiling, to be honest with you. Because, like, this ceiling's fine, but, like, it could be better, you know? That's my thing. Honestly, it kind of just... Do I want to... Okay, I'm gonna actually do pale oak saplings for this, because... Or, not pale oak wood for that, because it looks better, honestly. The white kind of also brightens it up, at least looks-wise, so it doesn't feel like as stuffy and cramped in there, so... We're gonna put some of the pale oak wood in there. Because we also have some, so... Why not? What I will be doing there is turning it into slabs, and then I'm just going to replace this top part here with more of the bricks. And then it becomes that. And then just fill in this part like so. There we go there. And that's looking pretty okay in my books. And then I don't really need to see whether or not it's at the top stage. As long as I can see that it's growing, I'll be okay with it. At least that's how I feel. Like, as long as I know it's growing, it's fine. It's when I know it's not doing anything that I have concerns. Okay, and there is ceiling filled in. Now I would say that I would like it to be, more lit, but I also just, it's fine the way it is. And then we do need to put windows in, which are in here. I feel like I do want to switch this out for stairs, because this is just, like, it's very flat looking, and, like, flat isn't horrible, but it could be better, you know? It's kind of that sort of thing. Also, I don't really want to have that looking a bit funky, so... Yeah. Actually, does it look... Alright, you can still open it like that, and that's not too bad. So, we can do it like that, and it's fine. What I'm gonna do is actually test this out and see, like, how does this look if I were to put stairs down instead? Honestly, yeah, I prefer the stairs a lot more. Also, I do kind of want to come in here quickly and just grab the blocks that did not get picked up while I was digging this out. Because I don't need to be in there. There's no reason for them to be in there. Okay. And there's that, so I need 12 more. Okay, and then we can just go through and replace the rest of these. Plus it also kind of just brings out the, it brings out the glass more, so it's like, you know, it looks more fun to look at, you know? Like, I'd much rather look at that than just a flat wall. So that's kind of also why I'm like, yeah, we can spice this up a little bit more, make it look more interesting. So that works for me. I'm going to actually go through this part here now, and at least dig out the ceiling, because it will get replaced at some point. So let's just get this dug on out. And then I can also just work on extending this hallway too. So like, I do want it to be sectioned like as it is right now. So it's not like everything is just scattered in random spots. But I also want it to go downwards at some point, because yeah, I'm like, the ocean's over there, there's a river over there, and then past that river is a mountain, and then past that is an ocean. So I do want to start sending it like downwards at some point. But I think I want to get to the edge of the sheep farm first, before I do anything too insane in like the regards of expanding it outwards. So yeah, for the time being I might just be like, yeah, it can go down a little bit. What is the center point of this? Because I do know that was 12. So I'm gonna stick this right here for the time being. Not the most centered thing in the planet, but it's fine. All of the cobbled deep slate is gonna turn into bricks by the time this is done. Okay, and I do want to replace this bit here with that, because he looks a bit better, you know? No, I don't really care for how that is, but also the outline literally just lines up with the stairs. Like, what am I meant to do there? Just change it so it's different. Like, the outline literally works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It still functions, it functions, so why would you touch it? You know? Okay, there's that all. I was gonna say, I do know that I used up like a good chunk of the blocks for this, for the sea lanterns, for in there, just because, you know, lighting is important, and the crops need to be able to grow. But yeah, so let's work on expanding this outwards. I want to get the cords for the back wall of this. And what am I looking at? I'm looking for the X cord. So I want to know what the back wall for the sheep area is. That way I know how far out I need to dig, especially if I don't end up lining up with the chest at all. So it needs to be negative 1661. Negative 1661. It's not too bad, honestly. And what is it right now? So it does need to go 20 blocks back. That's not too bad. 1661. Okay, that's 1661 there then. That's not too horrible. That's reasonable. And And that should be the back wall of that mountain too, so did go a little bit past where we needed to go, but it's fine. Because the chests don't go to the back wall, they go technically a block in front of that. But still. Now, I do believe that to get into the chest, the ceiling might have to be raised by one more. Because I don't specifically know where they all are sitting at. Because I do know we are a considerable amount lower than like the surface is, but I also don't remember, like, I don't know if we're actually lined up with where the sheep are on the surface. Also, this pickaxe is finally almost broken. It's taken so long, it's ridiculous. Like, I just want this to be done with. But it's not gonna be done, because it takes forever, and this isn't even the one with unbreaking on it. Which is insane. Because, like, I'm not adding efficiency to these just to break them intentionally, you know? Because that just doesn't, like, I understand why you would do that, but at the same time, it's like, that's pretty dumb. It's finally broken, oh my god, but way too long. Okay, now I can go through this, and actually break down all of this in, like, a kinda decently fast fashion. Took way too long to break that pickaxe, because we dug out, like, a good chunk of this basement with that, too. Which is absolutely maddening, honestly. So, I do want to know if I have to raise this up by one more, because I'm pretty sure that I have to. Just because of how everything is sat at the moment. Because, like, okay, we found a chest. It does have to go up by one. But we found a chest, so that works for me, at least. That kind of shows me we are in the right spot. Just don't like that at all. So to break this, we have to go 2 blocks, and then break the dirt. Which is fine, but like, I kind of didn't want to cut into that part. Well, at least we know that we do actually have to go up by one more, but also this hallway has to be extended over. Actually, not even that. I can drop the chest down, technically, that's not that big of an issue. The chests on this side have to be dropped down by one more, I believe. Because this is 4 blocks separating them. So there's 2, so it is 4 for sure. Granted, these I think are all the fun colors. Like we got the red, orange, yellow, and green. Red, orange, yellow, lime, green, cyan, light blue, dark blue, and then it's purples, and so on and so forth to white. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to just being like, you know what, yeah, no, it's fine, we can just drop, because if I drop the chest down with a hopper, then it's, a little bit less, like, it'll come down to right about here, I believe, which wouldn't be horrible, to say the least. So I mean, we could do that, I guess. Because at least then they'll be inside the wall. But I do want to check out where exactly the iron farm, like where that chest leads to. Because I don't remember which, like if it lines up with one of these chests or not. So this is... It would be in between one of them, but I don't really feel like meeting a creeper to the face, to be honest with you. But I would like you to shoot the creeper. Can I convince one of you to shoot the creeper? Is it really that much to ask? Thank you. The answer is yes, it is not much to ask, but that's besides the point. Honestly, skeletons are about as annoying as Bed Wars players, like, genuinely. There's no reason for them to be as annoying as they are, yet here we are. Honestly, I would like to redo our house at some point. I don't know if I really want to get rid of, like, our starting house, because, like, this isn't that bad. But I would like to restart it at some point, and, like, or make a new one at least. Honestly, I could probably just move it into the storage house. But also, I kind of want that to be dedicated to, like, storage and crafting and all that. So, we got far. Honestly, let's make a CD player. I don't think I've... Because we have a collection of CDs, we just don't play the music on them, because we got Other Side, 13, Cat, and 5, and now we have Far. But, like, I don't usually listen to the music, so let's pop the disc into your player and see what happens. Give us a little bit of music, that is not what I meant to do. Well, I guess we are making the cheap drop down by one, which is fine, honestly. I got the jukebox. Honestly, I'm just gonna... It's in this one, I believe. Nope, wrong one. Totally functional brain right here, guys, obviously. I don't remember what far is. Far is that one, though. Honestly, what's everyone's favorite music disc? Cause I don't know. I don't mind the cat disc that much. But I also don't really have one that I like in particular, you know? As long as the music's good. Also, I really don't have this turned up that loud. So... Cause, like, the volume is, like, turned down really low. I mean, Other Side doesn't sound that bad either. 13... I do like all of the C14, like, music discs, to be honest. You see, you just can't go wrong with this one. That's my thing, like, you literally can't go wrong with it. Oh, I have so much dirt, it's ridiculous. And not on other people, on myself, because, like, what is this? Do I have... All of my ores are smelted, of course. Okay. I got distracted. It's like, this comes down between two chests, but I didn't actually track which ones they were. So let's go do that, because I feel like it's the yellow... Actually, it might just be the red and orange one. Because it comes down between the red and orange one. Okay. That's reasonable. I can deal with that. That's fine. Perfectly reasonable, honestly. Alright, so for me to get to the iron chest, it's just back over here. Also, I do kind of need to make sure this is up high enough for me to see it. And I don't really think it is. Because, granted, these are on the same level as each other, so like... I should reasonably be able to find it. Also, this is like right next to my ear already, right here. And I'm not hearing nothing, so we're not seeing anything. Which leads me to believe I'm not doing something correctly. Don't know what makes me think that or anything. Also, this is quite loud. Goodbye. It's like I'm listening to it and it's just right. Also, you know what? Let me play one of them. Go ahead. Scare the cat out of me, why not? What is on with this here? Because my thing is that I feel like I'm just not where I need to be at. But I also feel like it's just right here and I'm stupid, so I don't know what I'm looking for. Because like I can literally see the light coming. Like, what am I listening to? And I'm like, the music disc is playing, dum-dum. So like, I need to dig out this part right here, to be honest. I'm just like, I feel like I'm at the right level, but I'm literally not. Honestly, simple way to solve this. Where am I at? I'm not at the right spot. Cool. I will go replant those in a minute. Honestly, I don't mind not having a coal mine. This is fine, as long as I'm not getting golems spawning under here, I'm okay. I'm just not in the right spot, which explains so much as to why I cannot find the chest. Like, use your brain maybe, that would be a great start. Like, obviously it's gonna be louder than you think it is, because it's just gonna be. I believe it should be like kind of over here then. Where am I at with this one now? Too far. The chest is right there. That solves my problems. And then this all can just get covered up again, because I don't need this exposed. And that part being covered is fine. Again, too far over, but it's fine. So the chest is right there. Which honestly what I might do is have it come down in a square. Because we're gonna need more storage, because this is getting full pretty fast. So what I might do is have it come and start spiraling down. That way I can keep like better track of everything, and also just so I'm making sure I'm using the most of the area that I can. So let's get that sorted out, I suppose, because I don't really touch a lot of chest things in general, so we can see how this goes. And we now have access to all of the things, so it should go okay-ish, because now I can actually reach the iron. But we're gonna need a lot of chests for this, which is gonna be a little bit unfortunate, to say the least. Also, that's not divisible by 5, I do realize that, but it's fine. We can make it work, it's okay. Everything's fine. Also, I really don't think I need 11 hoppers in general. Okay, so starting off with this, I kind of want to have... I want them to start going around like that. So... can't open that way. Okay, that's fine. And then... that into there. Can't open that one because of that. Alright, so that is... My thing is... I want the poppies to be in those ones. Like, that's my thing. Also, I'm not going for, like, the most efficient spiral ever for this. It literally just has to work. And the whole point of this is that I just need to be able to get into the chests that have the stuff that I need in them. Can't get into it. So I can do this 2 more times down, which should be enough. Hopefully. Because then it'll be hopper into that one. And then that'll lead to there. And then honestly, because I don't need this crazy system to just bring it over, honestly. As long as I can get into the chest, I'm okay. But in general, this is ridiculous. And I will probably figure out a way to better sort this. But for now, this is fine. I just need more chests, which I can do. It's fine. It works. Honestly, I think that is still too few chests, but it's fine. And yeah, all of the iron should end up in there. Okay. And then I can also just... I don't know, my thing is, like, I still want the iron to be able to get down, which means I might have to do an item sorter, that way the poppies aren't taking over instantaneously, because don't really need that. I do want to keep this bottom chest exclusively for iron, though. That is going to be my thing, that... I don't know. I really don't know. I'll figure out a design for that area probably at some point. For the time being, also this got triggered. Yep, I was right. Look at that. Like, this should be going, but got triggered already, so it's fine. So when it's dark out, I kinda don't need mobs spawning down here, especially creepers. I'm not in the mood to deal with creepers. Period. Don't care. So I have chests. Where did these chests come from? I don't know. But I have them. Yeah. Let me just separate this out a little bit better. Because eventually when everything moves down, it'll all sort itself out through here. And then I just need to come in here to get the iron, which isn't that big of an issue. Okay, and then everything is just stacking up into there. At least. I mean, I could probably continue this on and just be like, alright, but it has to come here, so it'll be 2, 2, and then it just keeps going downwards. Which I could do, but I don't want to. Also, that whole spiral could be more compact, but I'm doing it this way, that way I can get into it if something detrimental happens over here. So there's a reason why it is the way that it is. But for the time being, it's fine. Honestly, I don't really mind this. I do need access to some of these chests though, like this one can be broken apart a little bit. I'd say my concern is that what if the golems spawn inside of the sorting system, but I don't think that'll be a problem. So we should be fine. Spooters, and enchanted bow that I don't really wish to deal with. If you explode, I'll be cranky. Thank you. Okay. There are those mobs at least. So now we get to go to sleep. Also, I guess I probably could light up the area a bit more, that way I'm not getting swarmed by mobs every 5 seconds, but I'm okay with it for now. And the mouth is still moving. Bro's still chatting his life away. I do need to figure out something to do with this area over here. Also, probably should fix up, Don't know why he was still on fire, because he was literally just sitting out in the open. Or sitting under a roof, not even in the open. Unless you want to give me experience, don't come near me. Do I have shears on me? No, I do not. I was gonna say, can I maybe perchance do a thing? No, I cannot do a thing, because I don't have shears on me. Because why would I? Why would I carry stuff with me? Okay. Setting. Smelting? Setting. I meant to say smelting. Smelting setup. I want to do an auto smelter. But I've only built it once. And I don't remember how to build one. Because I also built it so it was attached to a carpet duper, which is ugly, like actually hideous. So I believe I remember how to build one. Executing on that is kind of iffy, to be honest. But like, you can try. There's no fault in trying, just massive regrets later. But for the time being, I think I'm just gonna have just a wall of furnace. I didn't start counting that right away, so I don't really know how many how many blocks I broke out from there. The answer is almost enough. There you go. Mild, somewhat small wall of Ferni. And then yeah, it can go like that. And then I just need this. That can go in there, and then that can go in there. Alrighty, and there's some of the ore smelting. Now I do want to get, lanterns made to go in these spots, so I need a total of 6 by the looks of that. Which I should be able to do with what we got here. Yep. So, lantern. Say I want that. Can I please have that? I hate this. I need you to come towards me when I break you, and you don't do that. That one did it, why can't the others be that kind? Also, I kind of like this because it feels like it gives more light, but it also just gives it more of, like, a fun little atmosphere touch. Now, I would like to put 2 in for that part too. So, 1, 2... There's that. Because it also just brightens it up a little bit more, just ever so slightly. So we got lights going on in there. We're gonna need to light up this part, but I also need to decorate it before I do any of the lighting. Which I still don't really know what I'm gonna put in here. I think I'm gonna do another one of these farms, but for probably... I'll probably do a bamboo farm next, which is... I'm gonna use the same design here, just stick it over here more. So, this needs to be dug out. I'll probably stick it here just because... Yeah. And eventually the shears up there are gonna break, so I'm probably gonna need to replace them at some point. But I don't think I have an easy way to get into them right now, so I'm just gonna put it off for a little bit longer. Because, I mean, once I get everything sorted out here, I might be able to get an easier way to get into there. But for the time being, it's not the easiest thing to do. Because, I mean, most of these are pretty okay, and most of them are producing more than the others are. Because some of the sheep just kind of suck a little bit, but it's fine. Also, this was, what, 4 back? Yeah. This is gonna make a lot of bamboo. Okay, so that should be 4. And then I'm gonna break this part for now just because I can. We're gonna have to go to, I think the skeleton farm is probably the best bet. Or we can go netherite mining. Again, so we can start upgrading our armor and other tools a bit more. Which honestly doesn't sound too horrible, and plus, if we get nether quartz, we can repair a pickaxe as we go. So I think that might be what I do next here, because it's also been a hot minute since I've been in the nether, so what's the worst that can happen? And also to see if more wither skeletons will spawn, that way I can see if we can get, the 3rd wither skull, so I can plan to fight the wither at some point. Which never ends well for me. So I might have to set up a cartographer as well so I can get to a woodland mansion, or I might just do a raid. Honestly, I could probably get away with doing a raid. Those aren't too horrible. Like, they're pretty bad, but they could be worse, you know? It's kind of that sort of thing. But there's that bit. That's an observer, so I can't really do anything there. How is the iron sorting out going? Because this hasn't picked up any of the poppies yet. I still can't get into that chest, which is annoying, but it's fine. Poppies get in there. Let me go trying to fix that situation, and also make sure that I till, or flat, pave? I guess it is paving. Pave the 2 blocks that are here, so I'm still getting efficient iron golem spawns. No, it should be this one that's causing the problems. And it is. And look at that. There's so many poppies. Oh my god. It's fine. I will use them for something. Probably not, but it's fine. Honestly, I saw on one of the Minecraft Reddits that you could stick poppies on copper golems' heads and have them hanging upside down. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And also, that's annoying, but it looks cute. So, I don't know. I need this to just continue to let the iron through, but I also need, honestly, I will do the poppies like this, because it makes a little bit more sense. And plus they're gonna end up going all the way down through the system anyway, so I feel like having them situated like that might be a little bit more beneficial. Plus all of the iron is gonna go into the bottom chest anyway, so the poppies need a place to go to begin with. The poppies do not need to be in that shed. And, well, that's my issue. Because I could go in there, because this is just iron. Like, it's not gonna do anything to break anything. So, hypothetically, it would be fine, but still. And I would like to get them separated out at some point, but I'm not too certain about when that'll happen. Are there any poppies in any of these objects, then? Because I don't think there would be, but you never know. Okay, all of it seems to be sorted out then. So there's that. And this spot is all cleared out then for the next farm that we build. And then this is going to turn into its own thing, but that'll be sorted out at some point. So I think I will get into planning this out for next time. And figure out what I want to do about the smelting stuff. Because I do want to set up an auto smelter, but that requires brain power that I don't have. So yeah, I kind of did what I wanted to do for today, and I do have plans, for other stuff too, that I would like to get into at some point. So let's just open this up for the other sheep, so I can potentially access the wool for those guys. And then we can get into the stuff for next time. So I don't know, if you guys want to see me build anything in particular, let me know, because I got nothing at this point. So where exactly? I don't want to break a sheep and send it through the floor at my head. That is not the goal at all. Is it 5 blocks wide then? I think it might be, because if it wasn't, they would have been coming through by now, but it's not coming through by now. So, yeah, okay. That explains it. There they are. It's 5 over instead of 4. That's fine. It works. I found the chest anyway. And either way, the hopper thing would work, because it's like, I'm literally just asking them to move over 1 block. So it's not too bad. And then I do want the coal, so I'm like, yeah, we can mine this, because I also need to mend the pickaxe anyway, and coal drops experience. So it kind of works too, in that regard. I would like to get some stone smelted, that way we can have the option for stone bricks at some point. And I don't have silk touch on anything besides a hoe, and I don't think that would work too well, personally. So, yeah, I will get something figured out for this whole area. Because now I have it all dug out. Digged is not a word. I have it all dug out, so we can get something going. And I have the sheep areas exposed too, so it's kind of just what dimensions is everything, and how is that going to work out for build projects in the future. So we got sea lanterns kind of sorted out, we got sheep exposed, we got the iron farm system kind of gone through and sorted out, but my back is starting to hurt, and I have a lacking amount of ideas. So I think it might be an end for that. So yeah. I think tomorrow I'll return to Sandrock, because I've been kind of getting into that recently. And like the storyline in that is cute, so I'm not gonna complain too much about it. So yeah. I believe that's kind of the point that I'm at. So let me just head on down here. Put all of the cobblestone in the chests. Empty out my inventory again, so ready for next time. And yeah. Overall, it should be a good time for next time, and I will definitely have more planned. Okay. And how are these? Are I looking? That one's not out yet. Okay, we're gonna work on just getting at least some coal into these furnaces. So there's 6 left. I do have more coal than this for reference, so it's not like it's the end of the world. We have 4 more. 4 more, so yeah. It just gets decreased ever so slightly each time. But that's fine. And then I want to get a kelp farm set up at some point too, but I think that might be one of the things we drop to a lower level, just because I don't need it to all be just a straight line, because eventually I'm gonna hit water, and I don't want to hit the water. But yeah, I'm sorry that this is a bit shorter of a stream. I will figure stuff out for next time. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I had a great time. I hope you all did too. Um, yeah, so I'll be doing my time at Sandrock tomorrow. Um, and then I might go back to Coral Island at some point. I'm trying to like not burn myself out with the hardcore world too much, and I'm also trying to brainstorm more ideas for it as I go. So I do have plans for the hardcore world. It's just a matter of executing them. But yeah, I had a great time. Hope you all did too. I hope you all have an amazing day, night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.